This is Compulsion84 here with the EVGA 750 G2 power supply. It's a fully modular power supply made for the gaming community. It comes in at about $115 and it's a really good value for what you get. And again, it's just fully modular, so you don't even have that 24-pin cable jutting off the side. The benefit of this power supply is that it has an eco mode where it turns off the fan below certain loads. So if you turn the eco mode on, it'll be even quieter than a typical PSU. I typically buy Corsair power supplies because I've had such good luck with them in multiple builds in the past few years. I've been very happy with the Corsair power supplies I've bought, but recently I was looking at a Corsair HX750i, which is about $170, and it was just a little bit too much. Now that Corsair power supply was platinum certified, so as you can see here, it was a little bit more efficient by about, 2 to 3%. But it was significantly more. I got this on Black Friday for $95 with a $25 mail-in rebate. So out the door, it's going to be $70 plus tax. So it's a really good deal. So that's the reason why I went away from the Corsair power supply. It was just the EVGA was so cheap. So before I've used a partially modular power supply, but never a fully modular. This is my old PC Power and Cooling 750 watt quad PCI Express power supply. As you can see, it's a complete rat's nest. It's a complete disaster. This wasn't modular at all, and it was very difficult to route and get in the case and get nice. So a partially modular or fully modular power supply is very nice. So the other things you get with this thing, you get a carrying bag for the power supply in the event that you walk around with it without it installed. It doesn't make any sense to me. You also get a bag. This comes in handy for the extra power supply cables, because again, you're going to have those plugs and those wires that are just kind of sitting around. So it's nice. And then lastly, here's some of the plugs that you get. So you only get one Molex, so if you have a lot of outdated hardware, you might need adapters. The braiding on these cables, however, is very nice. I was very pleased with it. I'll show you that right here. High quality, probably the best I've seen. One of the nice things they did is they marked each input into the power supply so that you won't accidentally plug your 5 volt into, say, your 12 volt rail and fry all your components. So they labeled everything really well, and I think they did a great job there. I've heard of horror stories with other power supplies. So if you screw it up, it's your own fault. The motherboard connector is, the split 24 pin. I'm not sure why you would need that. I've never built something like that. Again, the removable motherboard 24 pin connector is nice because that cable is so inflexible. So this just kind of shows what this thing looks like. And again, the typical price is about $115. For that price, I was really pleased with it. For a gold power supply that should have some energy efficiency, it was really nice. The quality seemed really good. I've been using it for a little while and been very pleased with it. That does get me about 62 amps on a single 12 volt rail, which is really important in case you have a very power hungry graphics card. And they do give you 4 PCI Express outputs in case you plan to do SLI or anything like that. So one of the other big things that attracted me to this, not only to the very, very high feedback on Newegg and Amazon, was it's got a 10-year warranty. One of the reasons that I buy higher-end power supplies is because if a PSU goes, it can fry all your equipment. I've had a nightmare. I had an Enermax a long time ago that blew a capacitor and shot blue lightning across the insides of it when I was using it. So that, scared me pretty bad and convinced me to never buy a cheap PSU ever again. If you're in the market for a 750 watt power supply, I would go with this one. I can't think of any reason to go with anything else. Price, performance-wise, I've been very happy with this. The quality's been very good. As always, thank you for watching, and please take a look at some of my other videos.